All right, we are live. Welcome to another video. It's been a long time since I posted a video on my YouTube channel, and today I decided to post a video to share with you guys a milestone in my trading career. Last week, I finished participating in the competition called Rule the Pool Olympics. This is a stock market trading competition that's held usually twice a year by the different prop firms in the space. And this one, the second of the 2024 competition was held last week, and the results are in. So the first competition was a while back, and we had about 4,000 participants in that competition. I ranked 22nd place, which is not bad, but I was kind of upset after the competition was over. I was kind of upset and promised myself that in the next one, I would make it to the top 10. In fact, I could have made it to the top 10 in the first one. However, I was in the middle of a move. I was relocating from central Turkey to the Mediterranean. And because of the move, I couldn't focus as much. So I couldn't make it to the top 10. But this time, not on the top 10, let me share with you guys. First, this competition, they did a bit differently. They divided into 4 different categories. The first competition was very straightforward, 4,000 participants from 120 different countries. And the top guy with the most amount of profits would win the competition, and the rankings would be accordingly. So this one, they divided into 4 different categories: bear battle, bull run, penny power, market leader. And I competed in the bull run category, and boom, number 1. Yes, I placed number 1 in this competition that was over yesterday, like I said, and very pleased with the results. It was kind of a surprise for me. I didn't think I was gonna be number 1, but it's pretty nice. I knew for sure I was gonna make it to the top 10, but this came as a surprise for me. In fact, yesterday this page, they kept updating every 2 minutes for 4,000 people, participants, to see the rankings. So I kept looking at it because I was competing. I was actually ranked number 2 in the last 2 hours. And I have like this number 4 guy, Miguel Garcia, was actually number 1 in the number 1 spot. And I was about $2,000 down. And then I thought to myself, in the last 2 hours of market close, if I had one chance that I could capitalize on, I probably could pull the trigger and get ahead. And that's exactly what happened. In the last hour, I had an amazing opportunity to go in and make more gains and finish the competition with over $35,000 in profit. In fact, Miguel Garcia was above me. I was about 33,000. He was about at 35,000. But then, obviously, he lost in the last 2 hours, so he finished 4th. But so the rule of the competition is that each trader is given $200,000, and you have when the market opens at 9:30 New York time, you have the entire day to use the capital. You could use as in any way possible you can. You could all the risk adjustments are done by the company. There's a maximum daily loss limit, which is $5,000, which means if you hit the maximum loss for the day, you're done trading for that day, and then you have to come back the next day. So this is actually pretty much how they run their prop firm real accounts as well. So which is an incredibly nice tool to have as a risk management tool. So, and then so the rule is pretty forward. Every trade is given $200,000, and whoever makes the most amount of money wins the competition. So out of $200,000, I was able to profit $36,000, 423 in the bull run category. And I received this email yesterday from the founder of the company, Michael, to share with us some statistics. Here you can see that there are about 6,000 people, more than 6,000 people participated. In my category, the bull run category, we had about 3,101 people, which is a lot of people. And then very pleased that I ranked #1 in this category. They also share some other statistics like success rate, which is average is 47%. Another thing that actually really pleased me is the win rate. In the top 10, not only I became first, but also I had the best win rate, which is kind of, I guess, goes hand in hand. But I was very pleased to see such high win rate on my statistics. So that was nice. Capital use overall, different kinds of capital in each category. As you can see, it's pretty remarkable. $500 million went in and out of stocks in a span of 7 days. And let's give a round of applause to our finalists. Bull Run. It's nice to see my name attached to a gold medal. So all these people receive gold, silver, and bronze in different categories. So I was given the gold medal in the bull run, and all these top 3 players will also be receiving awards as well. So that will be next week. So yes, very happy about it. Let me talk just briefly about these prop firms and why they do these competitions. They usually do this twice a year. The first goal, I guess, is for the prop firms to get well known, and then kind of a marketing tool, because this prop trading is brand new concept in the world of trading, because trading has been around for ages, but prop firms started to pop up, especially during COVID. Because of COVID, people were locked down. A lot of people lost their jobs, and they were out of income. They were staying at home and looking at alternatives, looking at options, and trying and asking themselves, what are the things that I could do to actually make money online, to actually have some flexibility. And then, of course, there are many ways to make money online, none of which is easy at all. It takes years and years to build the skill to be able to make money online, but stock trading, day trading is one of them. So, and then because of the demands, prop firms started to pop up to actually offer this chance to retail traders, a chance to manage their own, the firm's money, which is a great way to do it, because especially if you are a new trader or with some experience, and if you lack the capital, if you pass their challenge, the prop firms will have you trade their own accounts. So you will be trading on their behalf, but the capital, they will fork the capital. It can go as high as $500,000 in the Forex space. I've seen prop from traders, founder traders, trading $1 million accounts. So in the stock market space, it's not $1 million, but the highest you can go is $250,000, which is still a good chunk of money if you think about it. So this is a great way to make some gains without actually coming up with a lot of capital on your own. So they offer these different opportunities for traders. However, it's a very strict filter mechanism. They have you trade their first, they call it the evaluation phase. Some firms have 2 different phases, some firms only have 1 phase, but you have to pass their evaluation first to show them that you have what it takes to actually make money. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. And what is the significance of this? The significance of this is that, because I always get asked a lot, like in trading in general, I always say this. It's about trading is 10% knowledge, edge, strategy, 90% psychology. If you don't master the psychology part, no matter how good your edges or your strategies are, you will never be a successful trader. You will never be a consistently profitable trader. In fact, you got to get the psychology right. So, and for that, it's a constant process and it's a constant work. And this is the only job that there is no boss, there is nobody around, you're against you always. You just come every day in front of the computer and then you go, basically you go to war with yourself, so to speak. So that's why things like accountability, self-discipline, patience, mindfulness, all these things become extremely important in becoming a successfully, consistently profitable trader. It's not really so much about math or even chart reading. In fact, it blows all of people's minds when I say this, that most of the trades I take, I don't even look at the charts. Correct. Price action is everything for me. So there is a list of my watch list has about 14 to 16 stocks that I watch. And I have my watch list with the streaming codes, like all these prices changing constantly. So I'm always monitoring the changes in price rather than looking at the chart, because as the price of a stock goes up and down, I can imagine, picture the chart in my mind very clearly. So I don't have the need to go and look at the chart because I've already these parameters in my mind. I know exactly what my entry point is and what my exit point is. So I know it's gonna blow some people's minds away. That's how could it be that a trader doesn't even look at the chart? It's not that I never look at the chart. I do look, but I don't spend majority of my time analyzing charts, looking at the charts, and I never do those fancy lines that people always tell you that you should pay very close attention to, like MAC, like moving average convergence, or MACD, moving average convergence divergences, or these, you have to pay attention to Fibonacci retracements, or you have to master the RSI reading. RSI stands for Relative Strength Index. So all these things to me mean really nothing, and I don't use them. And look at the results. I mean, this is it, guys. I don't care how you do it, as long as you do it. So this is why everyone is different. I never find these chart readings or these indicators useful. To me, the most useful indicator is there's only two: resistance and support. That's all you have to know. That's all you have to know. You got to know the resistance for the day and the support for the day. That's all you have to know. And then you have to develop your own edge based on your own personality, and then establish some golden rules. So this is why I always say self-discipline is so important, because you need discipline to be able to enforce your own rules. And these rules have to be written from past mistakes, meaning you gotta establish golden rules for yourself, and these rules you have to sit down and write one by one based on what hasn't worked in the past before, because you fell into a pit, and these rules will prevent you from falling into the same pit again. This is the purpose of having these golden rules, so that you don't fall into the same pit twice. So golden rules extremely important, and to be able to, in order for you to be able to enforce these rules, you need discipline. This is why I always advocate work on your discipline, not just in your trading, in other parts of your life as well. If you have any addiction whatsoever, if you're addicted to alcohol or cigarettes or gambling, you're not going to be a successfully, consistently profitable trader because you lack discipline. As much as discipline, there is also one other factor that is extremely important, which is patience. You know, in the world of trading, you have to develop your own edge because at the end of the day, it all comes down to one thing. How good is your edge? If you master the psychology part and if you get the edge right, the results will be like this. You will always be on the top 10. But you got to work on the psychology because that's 90% of the equation. So patience is extremely important because when you deploy an extremely huge amount of patience into your trading, which means you're not an impulsive trader. You don't suffer from FOMO, or you don't jump impulsively into trades. And then you always wait for the right setup. Even if you miss, it doesn't matter because in any given day, you will have as high as from 5 to 8 good chances. All these trades that I took for this competition, every single day, I would say on average, I had about 10 chances. Did I catch them all? No, but I don't miss them all. So it took patience for me. Sometimes I gotta sit in front of the computer for hours, 2.5 hours, and nothing happens, especially during bull markets. I sit there and I do nothing because I wait. I just wait for the right opportunity to present itself so that I can pull the trigger and take action. Otherwise, if I don't see the right setup, I will not go into trade because that would be forcing a trade. So discipline is important, as well as discipline is patience and accountability. I cannot stress enough the importance of accountability because this is the only job in the world where you just sit in the room all by yourself without any supervising, without any boss or any manager around. It's you against you. You have to hold yourself accountable to yourself. That's why accountability plays an important role as well. So all these factors, I would also add mindfulness, because why is it mindfulness so important? You need mindfulness, especially if you're day trading, because day trading is such a difficult, daunting task that you could engage in, that you could spend days and months making the effort and see no results. And it's possible. So what you need is actually, you need to have this, develop mindfulness to be able to get in touch with your own feelings, because sometimes you need to step away from the computer and just not trade. Take the day off, take a couple days off if necessary, because you have to be in the right state of mind to be able to sit in front of the computer and make these buy and sell decisions. You have to have a very clear head and extremely stay focused. And for that, it's not easy to be able to do this every single day. You might be able to do it for 2 or 3 months in a row, but you're gonna get burnt out eventually. So my advice is, when you feel that, you have to use your mindfulness to remind yourself or to realize, oh, I'm not in a good state of mind. I'm gonna stay away from the computer, because if you don't, you're gonna be forcing trades. You're gonna be trading when you shouldn't be trading, and you're gonna fall into what I call a rut, R-U-T. If you're in a rut, it's kind of ugly. So all these factors and all this combination come together and then produce these results. It's not easy, of course, but nothing in life is easy. So one thing I have to say is that never, ever, ever give up. So you must always continue. You must never give up. And always learn from your mistakes and keep up the good work. So, end of the video. Once again, #1 place, very pleased. I cannot wait for the next competition next year. I'm I have no doubt that I'm gonna be in the top 10 again. Hopefully better than what I did this time. So see you.